What is up, guys? Welcome back. This is part 2 of this GigaBash DLC that I was planning on showcasing. We did Ghidorah previously, so now we will do, as we can see on the left, King Ghidorah. I did try him out before, and he's very reminiscent of his older self in older Godzilla games. If you've played the Godzilla Destroy All Monsters and Save the Earth. So, like the Ghidorah video, we'll do some training mode and then jump into a quick arcade mode. So here we have King Ghidorah, looking pretty marvelous if you ask me, and awfully big, though looking a little silly with the spread out wings. But like the last video, we'll go over some attacks, basics with GigaBash, and then jump into an arcade mode. So, like before, King Ghidorah will have his basic attack, which is just the head lunge. And then if we mash the button, we'll get a triple attack, which again, if you played the other games, you remember this was an attack he did have. And then if we do his special, it's this kind of head lunge, which is technically, I guess, a grab, where he'll zap the opponent. Then we have the throw. Again, you can just hit basic attack and it'll chomp you a bit. If we hit the special, he'll launch you up and then hit you with his gravity beams. And if you just hit throw again, you'll get tossed. And for the basic attack, if you hold it down, see, he charges up and is holding his wings, and you get this blast from the wings, which again is similar to Destroy All Monsters. And the longer you hold it, the more powerful the attack. Same thing for the special. If you hold it down, then you'll get the triple gravity beam. And you have his dash. And again, if you hit the basic attack, you get the Godzilla versus Megalon kick. Then you'll have the block attacks. So you have this pulse that temporarily stuns the opponent, leaving them open for another follow-up attack. And this one as well, if you hold it, as you can see, the range gets a lot bigger. I don't know if the time or the duration of the stun lasts longer, but definitely the range. And if you block and hold special, you get this kind of uppercut where he later throws you to the ground. Now the cool thing about King Ghidorah, obviously he has wings, so he has a bit more air mobility. So he has a double jump. But as well, he can fly, which shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. And that's performed by holding the jump button. And like we've seen before, you can perform attacks while in the air. And again, this is an attack very reminiscent from Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. It's basically this foot dive kind of attack. And for special, again, he comes down with the grab. But if you hold down the special, then you'll kind of get him flying a bit and performing the gravity beams. And again, all this can be done as well after flying and after double jumping. So he does have a good amount of air mobility. Which is to be expected with King Ghidorah, obviously. And also a bunch of his moves will kind of pop him up. And you can actually do more after these attacks. So as you can see, he kind of floats a bit after the foot dive. You can do another one. You can jump. And you can fly. And you also get that with the dash attack. So not only does he have a lot of air mobility, but he also has attacks that lead into his air mobility, which really complements his kit really nicely. And if you ever played Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and played Doctor Doom, you get the foot dive combo. Again, even the second one will prop him up for another jump. So, pretty interesting how you actually have so much that you can do off of his jumps and his flights. So I'm pretty sure if you lab it enough, you can come up with some really interesting combos. Which does seem a little different from Ghidorah like we saw before. Ghidorah seemed a lot more on space control and leaving down these puddles of acid and sludge to do damage over time. King Ghidorah definitely seems like a more combo heavy character because of the access to multiple attacks and his increased mobility. And he can also blast you with his gravity beams from a distance. And like we saw before, GigaBash has that pink bar that when it gets filled and you hit R1, L1, you can transform into a much larger version of yourself that will do increased damage. I don't even know if that's a true combo, but you get the idea. So pretty interesting for the most part. And we'll have our ultimate ball. So for King Ghidorah, he kind of goes 1,000 years dragon mode, and he has these 3 circles that independently you can blast off, which I find is super interesting. So it even has a lot more utility than you would think, because you could still move around and you don't have to use the attack right away. If you wanted, you could just kind of launch all 3 at the same time. If there's multiple enemies next to you, or if somebody's trying to get away from you, you can definitely hunt them down with this attack, since it does cover such a huge range, and you're able to fire off one, fire off another. As you can see, one of them finished. King Ghidorah fell into the second one. So again, really interesting character. Really takes advantage of King Ghidorah, who is this huge monster who has been shown to be really tough in the movies. So he has these heavy attacks as well as long-range attacks. But also, he is a dragon, so being able to fly around and have increased air mobility is something really nice to see. And then, obviously, that stunning attack. So that about wrap it up for King Ghidorah. I didn't want to make it too long, since I went over the basics in the previous video with Ghidorah. So we'll just basically jump into arcade mode, have some fun there, and then call it a day. I almost forgot though, I forgot to show off his taunts. So that definitely looks like the Monster vs. King of the Monsters type roar. Ah, that's awesome. You have the kids' space shuttle traveling through time. That's a good one. Some disagreement between the heads. Some slithering around, and definitely the middle head taking control of the other two. Actually, some pretty good taunts. This one is easily the best one I've seen. Nice little throwback to the movie. All right, so now we'll get into the arcade mode. Oh boy. Stop that. Okay, I'm getting beat up a little bit. Oh boy, that was close. I was like getting beat up there for quite a bit. controls are screwed up. died. So I noticed it before and I wanted to see it again. Yeah, he comes out on fire, which is an homage to his original, where we first see King Ghidorah kind of forming from this giant amount of fire, which was shown in the Showa era. Kick his ass this time. I want to see this as well. Yeah, it does kind of look like they're smiling a bit. I wonder if that's because in the Heisei movie they recognized the ship before they were actually King Ghidorah when they were Dorats, so maybe seeing the ship brings them happy feelings. Or maybe I'm reading it wrong. It makes me happy. Stop dodging, take the swordfish. Come here. Chasing with the swordfish. Oh boy, that's not looking good. I think we might be dead. Yep. Harder part about the last stage is you can really only hurt him when you're also big, so you're really kind of just scrambling to get hit as little as possible while gaining energy to then be able to do damage. I'm getting warped. That was close. All right. Not as smooth as Ghidorah, but hey, we still got an A. We completed this mode. So you can definitely see the difference between the two DLC characters. Ghidorah is more keep you at bay, hit you with all that AoE. King Ghidorah is more of a heavy hitter, but can also hit you with the gravity beams. But both characters seem fun. I tend to like King Ghidorah a bit better. I mean, I also like King Ghidorah as a monster better, but this was a little fun experiment. If you want to see more GigaBash, let me know. If you really want me to just stick to figure reviews, also let me know. Any input is greatly appreciated. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you on the next one, which will likely be an actual figure review. So thank you for tuning in, but I'll see you soon. All right, take care.